Our recording. So welcome. I'm Jennifer Prell. I am with Elderwerks. I am the president and founder. So glad you're here. Everybody needs to unmute. If you have a lot of background noise, just mute yourself. If you do have a lot of background noise, I will mute you too, just so you're aware. So everybody has the Zoom application downloaded and as a shortcut, correct? Per instructions I emailed. If you didn't get the instructions, I'll send them again. It's not a problem. It's not necessary for today. It's just easier to work with Zoom when you have a shortcut. That's all. I will be admitting people while we're talking here too, so it's going to be a little crazy. So the first thing I want everyone to do is unmute. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. Let me share my screen. Does everyone see the screen? This thing here? Yes,
we do.
Good,
yes.
Thank you. Like I said, it's interactive. If I don't hear you, I'm going to assume you don't see what I see. Okay, so what we're going to do is start. I'm going to skip a little bit. We're going to, how do I mute myself? In the bottom left corner on a normal computer, you will see a black bar. It starts with mute and it ends with more. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay. If you click mute, but if I unmute myself, you can hear me. Did everyone see that?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna just try to get this a little bigger so I can see everybody. I can't see the presentation. I can only see you guys. So. All right. So there's a few of you that I can see. I can't see everybody, but that's okay. All right. Now, to do your video, same thing. Next to your mute button is stop and start videos. So everyone stop your video and start your video. See how easy that is? I'm going to make y'all dizzy. I can only see 4 people right now. So a lot of people aren't doing this, but that's okay. All right, just those are the basics. Those are important to know because if you want to unmute yourself or show your video or stop your video, let's say you're taking a call, like I have to answer the phone. I don't want you seeing me. I'm going to go ahead and say stop video and I'm going to go away and then I'll come back. All right, it's important. Now, a few background things with Zoom. Zoom is a pain in the butt. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Don't freak out. All right. If you get into Zoom and you find you can't hear people and they can't hear you, just log out and log back in. Sometimes you get a bad connection. It's just what it is. It's technology. It doesn't always work. All right. Another thing you want to know is when you're on Zoom, for instance, you can see me pretty well, right? I've got to get my background's not on. We're going to go through background in a minute. What we're going to do is I want you to look at your space and make sure it's what you want people to see. All right, we're going to go through backgrounds in a minute because you don't want to always see everybody's background. Oh, so people are just coming. So for instance, let's say I had a really inappropriate picture behind me that I loved at home, but I didn't want people to see. I would want to put up a virtual background or block my video. All right. Another thing you want to know is you should face your computer and the light, the brightest light should be behind your computer. The window should be behind your computer and not behind your head. Otherwise, you'll look like a ghost and no one will see you well. Those are 2 things you need to know. Everybody clear?
Mm-hmm.
Are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go back up to the top here. What's the difference between a webinar and a meeting? This, what we are doing today, is a meeting. A meeting means you can come and go as you please with your mute and your video. All right. You can unmute, you can mute, you can do whatever you want. In a webinar format, you are automatically muted and there is no video. No one will see you like going in a classroom setting. All right. So if I was doing an educational piece for nurses, for instance, I would go ahead and I would make sure that it was a webinar format and I'm just presenting. And then the questions come at the end or in the middle, but we typically don't unmute people. That is why we did this Zoom training as a meeting. So you guys can all talk anytime you want. You can turn your video on and off anytime you want and be interactive. Otherwise, it's going to be boring. I don't like boring things. So let's not be boring. Okay. We're going to talk about virtual backgrounds in a minute. I'm going to stop sharing. because I want to see you all. All right. So in a Zoom presentation such as this, everybody has a black bar typically on the bottom of their screen. Some people on a phone or an iPad will see it on the side of their phone or on the top of their screen. So everyone just know where your bar is. The bar is where your mute button is, okay? Now we're gonna go from left to right on your screen. Now this is Zoom 101. If you're advanced, you might be bored to death. Just warning you now. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and hide the participants because I don't need to see all of those. So on the left, you see the mute button. I'm gonna show you a little cheater thing. If you click the arrow next to the mute button, does everyone see that arrow? Go ahead and click it. You're gonna see select a microphone, select a speaker, yada, yada, yada. Correct? We're good? At the bottom, it says audio settings. Everyone click that.
I don't see that, Jennifer.
You don't have an up arrow next to mute?
I have a mute and then I have 3 dots.
Okay, click your 3 dots. Same thing. 3 dots and the up arrow are the same thing.
Okay, and what am I supposed to do now?
I'm sorry?
After I see that, what do I do?
Okay, after you see the up arrow or the 3 dots, you click it and you'll see audio settings, the last one on the list. Click it. And you can't break anything, guys. Feel free to touch everything. Oh, we got people in the waiting room. Hold on. All right. So
Jennifer, I still don't see that. I have mute my audio, stop video, rename, pin video, hide self view.
okay, so next to your mute button, when you click that, the 3 dots, you don't see audio settings?
Mute my audio, it says.
No, next to the mute button.
Oh, next to the mute button, I don't have anything on. I have the mute button, then to the right of that, I have the 3 dots.
Click the 3 dots. What happens?
Then it says mute my audio, stop video, rename, pin video, hide self view.
Okay, so you, did you download Zoom to your desktop?
I have Zoom. I didn't do anything for our meeting today.
Okay, that's okay. You're just gonna have to follow, listen along for now.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
I'm so sorry.
okay.
See if I can show you my Zoom speaker, and I can't. I hate this thing. Sometimes it doesn't work that well. I'll throw up the instructions in a second, Kathleen, so you can follow
Okay.
along. All right.
Okay,
So did
yes.
everybody else get the pop-up and then a box that shows general down to accessibility? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So the top button is general. We're gonna work on our settings first. Do you have, can you go to your settings, Kathleen, in Zoom?
Where
Are you
would
working
that
on a
be?
computer?
Yeah,
Where? Linda, take yourself off mute, please. Bottom left corner.
Yeah, got it. Okay, I'm sorry. I was on the phone with a client and just came into it, and you're talking about settings. Where would I find that?
Okay, so in the bottom left corner of your bar, everybody has the same bar. It's mute through more. Does everyone see that?
I see it.
Kathleen, who does not have anything, and I don't know why.
Okay.
The mute button is where you mute and unmute yourself. Next to it is either 3 dots or an up arrow. It means the same thing. It just means there's more to see here. Click me. Click it and go to audio settings if you can.
Okay, next to the mute button, I've got something that says stop video.
No,
And the
next to be three dots or an up arrow.
I don't have 3 dots.
What is going on? You all have a Zoom account, correct?
Yes.
Weird. I don't know why you don't have this. It's a shortcut. Okay, if you don't have it, you're just gonna have to follow along for now, and we'll have to figure out why you can't see it. Okay? So what we're going to do is go into our general settings. It's a background. It's a way to get into the back end quickly for those who can. If you can't, you're just gonna have to bear with us for a few minutes. Okay, guys? At the top, you'll see general. This is how you set up your Zoom account for your own personal use. So you can start Zoom when you start Windows. Do not check that. Otherwise, Zoom will automatically open every time. It's a pain in the butt. The second list is one close. And by the way, we are live streaming, so you guys can go back who can't find this and go into your settings right on zoom.us, and you can do it there. Okay. The next one is one close, minimize the window to the notification area instead of the taskbar. I always check that one. It's up to you. Use dual monitors, don't do that.
Jennifer?
Yes.
So it's general, the top button is general. Do you want us to click general, or you're saying, are you just going down the list?
Yep, no, click general. Go into
Okay,
general.
so the first we should click general. Got it.
Okay, sorry. So the first one is what start Zoom when I start Windows, leave that unchecked. When close, minimize window, check that one. Do not use dual monitors. It messes everything up. Enter full screen automatically, do not. When the problem with Zoom is people have full screen and then they can't see their background and they don't know how to get out. So that I don't want you to be in full screen. No one should ever be in full screen on Zoom, especially if you're presenting, because you can't get to your presentations and stuff. So when you're on Zoom and you're looking at the black box, at the top right, does everyone see the view bar where it says change view, keep view? Does everyone see that?
Mhm.
No? All right, we'll come back to it in a second. I'll come back to that. Let's just go through the general settings real quick. All right, automatically copy invite link once the meeting starts. You don't need that, don't check it. Ask me to confirm when I leave a meeting. Check that, because if you accidentally say leave meeting and you didn't mean to, you'll be sad. So check that one. Show my connected time. If you're timing something for some apparent reason, you can check that. And then remind me however many minutes before upcoming meetings. You can do 5, 10, or 15 meetings, 15 minutes before the meetings. If you need a reminder, this is a good thing. Put in 5 to 15, whatever you need. All right. And then at the end, it says stop my video and audio when my display is off or the screensaver begins. I don't check that either. And then you can do your reaction skin tone. Pick a color, any color. It doesn't matter. That's your general settings. Now at the bottom, there's a background that says view more settings, or a very small print, view more settings. Does everyone see that? You don't have that? Okay, we're gonna skip it then. You can play in the background right on zoom.us to do this as well, but the list is much longer. That's why we do it this way. So now you go to the video button. Did everyone click the video button?
I have a
Yes.
stop video.
No, don't stop your video.
Okay.
So this is in that cheater box that we just opened. So
Okay.
under video, you want to enable HD, which is high definition. So your picture's crisp, okay? You want to mirror your video, which means that when you put a logo on your background, it comes up clear on your side, so it'll face you guys instead of me. Touch up my appearance. It never does. I always say touch up my appearance. I still look the same, so I don't know. You can click that. Always display participant names on their video. Yes, click that. I have a terrible memory. I never remember anyone's names. If you log into anything or any Zoom, you should always have your name on your picture. And we're gonna go through on how to fix that in a minute. I just wanna go through these general settings. Turn off my video when joining a meeting. If you don't want your video to automatically go on, go ahead and check that. Always show video preview dialogue when joining a video meeting. I always check that. Hide non-video participants. Now, if you have people who aren't on the video, it won't show their name if you hide it. So for instance, I had it checked, so I only saw 6 or 7 of you. Now that I've unchecked that, I can see everybody's names that are behind their videos. All right. Stop my video when I speak. I don't need to do that. You can if you want. And then display up to 49 participants per screen in the gallery view. If you check that, then it limits to 49 people. Isn't that exciting? Woohoo.
Yeah.
Now, if you're having problems with your speaker and you don't know why, you go to your audio settings. And this is where you can test your speaker and test your microphone, make sure the sound is good before you get on Zoom. On this one, I check mark automatically join with audio. I check mark enable stereo sound. I check mark press and hold space key to temporarily unmute myself. So I can just hit the space bar if my computer's muted just to say something. And then sync buttons on the headset. I don't have a headset, so if you have a headset, you can sync your buttons on your headset. The next one is called share screen. When you're sharing your screen,
Jennifer, I'm sorry, did you say mute my microphone when joining a meeting?
it's up to you.
Okay,
That's a personal preference. I don't.
that's what I thought, okay.
Yeah, it's up to you. Now the next button is share screen. The first one that I check is enter full screen when a participant shares screen. I'm unchecking that because I don't want full screen. When you're full screen, it takes up your whole monitor and then you can't see like background things and some people get lost. All right, hold on, someone's chatting here. Notification area on the taskbar. What is the notification area on the taskbar? Notification area? Not sure. Michelle Rose, can you unmute yourself?
It said it on the general. It says the second thing under the general, when closed, minimize window to the notification area instead of the taskbar. What's the taskbar and what's the notification area?
The taskbar, the taskbar is your bottom of your screen. You can see, if it's Windows, you can see the Windows logo, and then you can see the type here to search. It's where you keep all your
Okay,
what is it? Shortcuts to different websites and such.
then what's the notification area?
I don't know. I've
Okay,
never got that
then
message.
I don't know if this is appropriate time to ask it or not. Is it possible to have the taskbar visible when you're sharing a screen?
Yes, that is why you don't always have full screen. So when it says, I'm going to show you, let me get through this and then I'm going to show you how to get out of full screen, because full screen's a pain in the butt and people get lost. And then the last one on here is silent system notifications when sharing the desktop. Everybody should check that. That way, when you're getting 1,000 emails and you're presenting or you're talking, you don't hear ding, 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 ding. Really annoying. Everybody check that. Okay. Now in the chat settings, I always say include link preview. I don't know why, I just do. I don't even know what that means. Let's see. It means nothing to me. Change my status to away when I'm inactive for 15 minutes. You can check that. In chat, it doesn't matter unless you really want to be interactive on the chat. The chat section's not that exciting. You can put your unread messages in different orders, and you can put your push notifications. I say all messages. So when a new message comes through, it's pushed through and I can see it. So I do check that to all messages.
Wait, which
Jennifer,
are you? Which
are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Are you in the chat settings?
There
I
is
don't
no,
see that.
There are no chat
Okay,
settings.
ignore me. Moving on.
Sorry.
My guess is the chat setting is only for the host, that we can't get to it, is my guess.
Okay.
I got the chat settings.
It could be how you set it up on zoom.us, or it could be if you purchase. Did you upgrade, Jim, to the next level, advanced?
No, I got the free one.
After share screen, we lost you.
Okay. Does everyone have virtual background?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys want to play with that?
No, where is that?
Which one?
Virtual background.
Yes, I have that.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna make one. Is everyone ready to make a virtual background?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. Okay, I have made some already, so I'm just gonna show you some that I've made, and then we're gonna go make some. Ooh, here's stripes. It really shows my icky hair. Here's one with, I like this one because, you know, I feel like I'm actually outside instead of in my dang office all the time. But you can make these things. So what we're gonna do is I am going to go ahead and go to the internet. You do not need to do this. If you have two screens, it's easier to do this. If you don't have two screens, you can't do this, but I'm going to share my screen so you can just follow along with me. We're going to go to Google. Googly. Can everyone see my Google screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to go to Canva. I sent you that email earlier with the Canva link. Did you all see that Canva link?
Yes.
Okay. Canva is free. I like free. I hate paying for things because I'm cheap and we're a not-for-profit. I don't like to buy anything. If you like to spend money, you can. You can actually pay for premium downloads and such. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Oh, let's see. What was my login? Heck, I have a lot of logins. Let's see if that worked. If not, maybe not. Hold on. I like the autofills. Does everybody have autofill on their computers? Autofill's nice, except for if you have a lot of people in your office, you don't want autofill because you don't know who's gonna fill for you when you're not around. Hold on one second, just gotta get logged in. All right, come on. Does everyone have a password keeper?
No.
No. Okay. I have a password keeper. It's called the number 1 and then it's password, 1Password. I have 790 different logins and passwords. So the reason I do that is because if someone gets 1Password, they can't get my other one. Or my other 5 billion of them. My employees are all required to have 1Password. Because otherwise they call me and say, what's my password? And I'm like, I don't have time for that. So this is Canva. I'm going to go ahead and create a design. Now, if you go, everyone can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to type in Zoom in the search bar. And it'll give you some Zoom backgrounds you can pick from. Now, keep in mind, the busier the background, the more you're going to get breakage behind you. So if you have, like, for instance, Lauren or McHenry Activities, she's got a lot of stuff behind her right now. So if she picks a busy background, that stuff behind her will pop behind her head. It'll be like see my hands, the stuff, you can see stuff behind me. That's how it'll be. Every time she moves, you can see it around her head because it's busy. So you want to pick a simple background. Simple's best. So let's see. Here, let's pick this one. Nice and flowy. I can change the colors. I can change whatever I want on this. So what you can do is you can add text. I can add a heading. Howdy. All right. I can write whatever I want on here. Now see, when I move it, it has bars. That's where you want to stay in between those bars so that the view from Zoom is good. If you go past that bar, you'll not get howdy. You'll get the bottom part of those words. Does everyone understand?
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't need that. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit delete. Oops, I deleted wrong. Come back, come back. Okay. So that's how you do text. You can do different backgrounds. So if you don't like this and you go, let's find something else. Here's one, here's one. Anything that says free. Free is good. Now here's a nice blank slate. I'm going to change the color to whatever I want by clicking this little color box. Let's make our own color. What color do you guys like? Purple? Let's do purple.
Yeah, good.
That's very busy. Too dark. We're going to do a light purple. See how I just dragged it? All right. Now what I'm going to do, you can do effects. You can do anything you want. Crop it, whatever. I'm going to insert a photo. Now, I can do the photos from here. I can insert, maybe I wanted this here. I can move it around. You can do any photo you want, or you can do an upload. This is how you upload your own logos. So if you are a business, or you want to put your own face on here, whatever you want to put on here, you can go to uploads. Now I've got lots of uploads. So because we do a lot of flyers, I'm sure you didn't know that. Let's just go ahead and put Elderwerks on here. Now that's really big, too big. You want to do it about that size. Now, do you like the way it looks with the purple background? It's okay. I think the purple's too pastel-y. I think blue's better. What about blue? Blue?
Yeah.
You guys don't care. So we're just going to keep going. Now, if I want to write text in here, let's say I want to do a subheading. I'm going to type in here, what do we do? Helping seniors find senior living. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put it down as far as I can without getting run over. Now, does that look okay to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Now, the thing with this box, see how my box is where I got the bricks? Do you guys see my bricks?
Yes.
I'm in the center. So whatever is in the center of this screen, you will not see unless I get up and move away. So no one will see find senior living. So what I can do.
Jennifer, what do you mean? Because for me right now, I get, I'm in this above you right now. So but when if I check out of here, will I lose like the list of general video, share screen?
You can always go back into it.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I X out right now, okay, so now I can see the whole screen of Elderwerks helping the whole thing now. Okay, I was worried if I X'd out, I wouldn't come
Nope.
back.
No, you're
Okay.
good. The only way to lose yourself is if you say leave. You're okay.
Good to go. Okay, so when you said you're in the middle, so
Right,
when
so
you
my
say that,
head
so-
would be here, right? And my body would be here.
Got
So
it.
whatever's here, you won't see because I take up that space. So what I mean is, right now you see me.
Right,
Anything behind me here, you won't see when you put typing in.
okay,
So what you want to do is space bar.
got it.
Space bar, space bar. But you want to make sure you're not in the purple zone. There we go. Just grab the ends. How's that look? Good? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit file, oh, save. I'm going to save it. Always save, right? Save, save often. Save twice. And now I'm going to hit download. It's preparing my design. One moment, please. Now I can open it. It's so nice. And now what I'm going to do is save it somewhere on my computer. So I'm going to hit save as. And I have a zillion of these things. Where's my photos? There it is. Pictures, Zoom. What do we want to call this? We'll call this Blue Zigs Elderwerks and hit save. Now I'm going to close this. I'm going to close Canva because I'm done with Canva. I'm going to, oh, my share screen stopped. I'm going to share again because I want to show you, let's see here. Is everybody still in that audio settings box, the background? Good.
Yes.
So I'm going to go to virtual backgrounds now. I can't show you this because it doesn't let me. I'm going to go to virtual backgrounds. Everybody go to virtual backgrounds.
How do I get that back? Oh, how do I get that back?
Go next to mute to the up arrow and click audio settings or the three dots if you can. And if you can't, just pretend you do for now. Are you in? We can't hear you, Lauren. Did
Yep.
you get back in?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, I'm in virtual background. I can see this actually. I can see my bricks. I can see what I've got right now in my virtual background. It always previews what you've got behind you. I'm going to go.
Jennifer, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hit virtual backgrounds, but nothing. I have a gray screen, a gray square.
Well, your video is not on right now.
Oh,
So turn your video on.
It does say it's on.
Hold on, where are you? I'll ask you to start video and you just click it. I know it's a lot, guys. I'm probably making y'all crazy.
It cannot start video.
Okay, bottom
Right.
left next to mute, stop and start video. Do you see that?
No, I got that. But it keeps saying cannot start video.
That's probably because you have something else open and it doesn't like it. What happens is when you have one monitor, sometimes it limits your views. Okay, so even if you have a gray background, it doesn't matter. So when you're in virtual background, it will say choose virtual background and then there's a plus sign to the right of it. So what I'm going to do is click the plus sign and hit add image. I'm going to go find my saved Zoom picture that I just created. And I'm going to click it and hit open. And that's my new background. Can everyone see it? Now, the only issue is, see how if I move, you can see some of the background behind me popping through. It's because of the zigzags. If this was a plain background, you would have less of this, the lag. If I move my hands a lot, you can see it too.
Jennifer, do you have to have Windows 10 to do that, or does it work on Windows 7?
Nope, works on everything. Should work on everything. Windows 7 is a little old. The problem is your video card may not support the backgrounds, which is unfortunate.
the image.
Now, Zoom does give you free backgrounds like this one. This is free. But again, if you move a lot, this one's, I like this one. Let's just go to the beach. I like this one too. This one's fun. But the darker it is, the harder it is to see me. Hey, good job, James. That was good.
Yeah, but I got it backwards.
Okay, because you didn't change your view. So when you hit share screen, you want to do the, oh wait, hold on. Hold on, general. Video. Okay, so if you go to video, you should mark mirror my video. Did you do that?
Okay, I'm in video, mirror my, yeah, I got that checked.
And it's still backwards? Oh
Yeah.
no, for you it's backwards. For us it's forwards.
Oh, okay.
You're fine. You're
Okay,
fine.
never mind. For me, okay, for me, I'm backwards. Okay.
Right. So when I'm looking at Elderwerks and you guys are looking at Elderwerks on my logo here, you see my logo, right? There. See my logo? I see it backwards, but you guys see it
Okay.
forwards. That's what mirror my video means. That way you guys always get the clear image. I don't need it. I already know what my name is. I already know what my logo is. Yeah, you're good, James.
Okay, thank you.
So what James did was he uploaded his business card. You can upload your logo. You can upload your business card. Here, I've got one. Hold on, here's another one. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't put it on. Let me see if I can find another one. No. Here's a Christmas one. Maybe I put, but okay. So we're gonna stop with virtual backgrounds now. But that's how you create it. If you have problems, you can call me and I'll help you through it. But you can take a picture of your business card or take your PDF of your business card and make it into your Zoom background, which I've done with my other company. So we're gonna move on and everybody get out of that settings, just hit the close button. Now, everybody, when you're in this screen, everybody has a different view, all right? So if you look at the top of your screen on the right, do you see what it says, what kind of view it is?
Speaker view.
What does it say?
Speaker view.
Speaker view. So that means when you're talking, you're going to be seen. You can also do gallery view, which will show you everybody that's on the screen. Okay. Next to speaker view is it's like the squares. There's 2 on top, 2 on the bottom. It makes a square. That's how you enter full screen or exit full screen. So go ahead and click that. You will either go full screen or you'll exit full screen. I don't like full screen. Don't ever do full screen because you will get lost. And then you're going to be like, help me, can't find my presentation, can't find the chat box, can't find anything. So don't do full screen. All right, so now we're going to continue. So on the bottom left, you saw mute when we talked about stop video. To the right of that, I have a security button. So Zoom has put in place a rule. You either have to have a password to log in, or everybody has to be in the waiting room until the presentation or the presenter allows you in. The reason is they were having hackers log into school kids' systems and doing inappropriate things, doing bad things. So today I checked everybody in through the waiting room. The reason we did it that way is if you don't have a passcode, all you have to do is click the link and you're already at the presentation. It's much easier when you're doing education for community members than professionals. If it is a secure meeting, you don't want people, unless they have a passcode to come in, do the password, all right? Assign them a password when you're setting up a meeting. Does everyone know how to set up a meeting?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I can't hear you. The ones that I can see are saying yes. If you need help with that, I can help you. Okay. I also have participants. If I click the participants button, I can see everybody that's in attendance today. I can also do polls. So I can send you a poll. Let's go ahead and do that so you know what I'm doing here. Oh, where is it? Maybe I'm not going to do that. Zoom is being bad. What is going on? Well, we're not doing polls today because it doesn't want to let me. But I can ask you a question and then send it to you everybody responds, I get the results, and then I can share the results with you or not. You can also answer anonymously. So if someone asks you to answer a poll, you can say answer anonymously or ask a question anonymously. No one knows what you're saying if you say that. Excuse me. Then at the bottom, I have chat. Everybody should have a chat button. Does everyone have a chat button?
Yes.
If you click it, the chat box opens up to the right of your screen usually. Does everyone have that?
Mm-hmm.
That is where you'll find notifications. That's where you can ask questions in a meeting, because in a meeting, you don't have a Q&A section. You only have the chat box. So I can either make a comment or ask a question to everyone, or I can actually ask just one person. So let's say I'm talking with Michelle Rose and I'm being sassy and I don't want anyone to know. I'm going to pick Michelle on this list and say, hey, did you see that guy's background? Wow, something like that. Now, if I accidentally hit everyone, that person might get offended with that comment. See what I'm saying? Be careful what you're commenting and to whom. I have made mistakes, and you know, I'm not going to lie. I make mistakes all the time. And when you're in a webinar, you can make comments to the panelists. You can talk to the panelists so the panelists know how much time they have. You can thank them for coming, and only the panelists see that. Or you can say panelists plus attendees. And then all the people like you can see comments from me. And you can also make comments, but you can't pick one person. That's why meetings are good, because you can make comments to each other individually like this. All right. Then we have a share screen button, which basically means I can share my screen. Now, keep in mind, if you're sharing your screen, make sure you're sharing the right thing, because if you accidentally send or click something wrong, let's say this is an inappropriate email and I accidentally click this, now everybody sees this. We had, who was it? One of my friends was talking about being in a class with a professor and he hit the wrong one and it was an inappropriate website. And he scrambled to get back and he blamed it on his son. So just remember, whatever you click to share, everybody gets to see. You can't just pick one person to see it. So we're going to go down the screen here. We talked about virtual backgrounds. Does everyone know how to share their screen?
No.
Kathleen does not. Do you have a green button at the bottom that says share screen?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody's allowed to share the screen, but right now you can't because I am, and I put limitations that say you can't. All right.
Okay.
If you click that, you can share the screen with anyone here. And we'll talk about, we can go back to that, but I want to go through my list. So I'll come back to that, Kathleen.
Okay.
What if I want to annotate while I'm sharing a slideshow? There is an annotate button in the meeting control menu in a meeting. There's also one at the bottom of my screen because I'm sharing, I can annotate. And annotate means that I can use a mouse, I can make a selection, I can text and draw. So let's draw. I can draw squigglies. Isn't that fun? Whee! I can erase things, I can spotlight things. So let's spotlight. I can spotlight, say, hey, look at this. This is what I want you to look at. Follow me, Kat. Okay, you can do that. It's very fun to play with these things.
Where are those buttons to do that?
When you are presenting, as a presenter, you will see at the bottom of your screen an annotate button, or at the top of your screen, depending on where your controls are. Okay, but it's only when you're sharing. All right. Can I play videos while sharing my screen? You can play videos. Now you have to share your computer sound. I'm not highlighting. That's not even working, right? All right, well, that's nice. You can share your computer sound and optimize full screen if you're sharing in the video. So what you do is, let's see here. If you are a presenter and you have the bottom bar and it says the mute, the stop video, just like you all have, the presenter or the panelist will also have the annotate button and the remote control button and a more button. In the more button, you want to make sure you hit share computer sound, and you want to say optimize share for full screen video clip. Which now you're all gone because I don't need to do that. I'm not sharing a video right now. Does everyone understand that? If you want to share, we can practice it at the end and then each of you can try to share, okay? We'll come back to it, but you can also see this later. It is live streamed, so you can come back and follow through with this while you're sharing, okay? How to use a virtual background. Everybody knows how to use a virtual background now? Yes. Okay. Now we're going to go to how do I chat with one person? Only in meetings you can do this. All right. You cannot do this in a webinar. Polls feature. Let's see. Q&A in a webinar, helpful tips. So when you're being seen on a video, make sure you have a background that's not busy, which we talked about. Jim's is working really well. He's not washed out or anything, so that's good. Just keep trying backgrounds to the one that is best for your room. All right, and not everybody's room is the same. Face towards a window for better lighting, which we talked about. If you don't have a window and you're in a dark office, put your light behind your computer, not behind you. Make sure people know that you're live. Put a do not disturb sign on your door, or tell your loved one not to come into the room naked. Just saying, it has happened. We've had presenters whose loved ones have come through the background in their robes. Yes, so make sure that that doesn't happen because it's not very professional. It's hilarious. I find it fun, but not everybody might. And don't forget, everyone can see everything you're doing on Zoom. So if your video is stopped, no one can see you, so you're fine. So all the people that are in the background here, they can be doing whatever they want. They can be on the phone, they can be typing, they can be checking their phone. But because you guys are here, I can see everything you do. Everything. So be careful what you're doing. Or if you're sitting in your underwear, don't get up because you will be shown. All right. Make sure you're only sharing the document one to see. In other words, close everything else on your desktop before you try to share. That way you don't have accidents. And when you're presenting, make sure you turn on allow. Allow what? I didn't finish that sentence. Allow, I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. And don't forget to mute when you're not speaking. The reason you want to mute when you're not speaking is if you have background noise, dogs, cats, phones, things like that. So that's that. All right, now we're going to go back to your own computers. So you all know not to do full screen. You all know how to do chats. Oh, look, will you send this recording to us? Kathleen, I saw that. You sent it directly to me. I can send you the recording if you like, but I would suggest you get it right off of Facebook because it's easier to utilize than me emailing you. I'd have to send it through Dropbox. It's too big, just so you're aware. All right, everyone feel free to chat up or do whatever you want. There's also on the right, I can see participants, and in the middle, you'll see yes, no, go slower, go faster. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
No, I don't see it. No, I don't see it.
Okay, is your chat box open?
Yes, it is.
Okay, can you guys click participants to see participants?
Yeah.
When you click that, does it come up at the bottom in between the chat and the participants? You're not getting that.
No.
Some people are, some people aren't.
Yeah.
Okay, you're supposed to be able to.
It's on the screen.
It's on the right.
Where the, oh, that's right.
Do you see it?
It's if you have participants and chat both open at the same time.
Right. Do you have them both at the same time?
Well, I did. That's how I saw it.
So make sure that your participants list is open and your chat box is open. And in the middle, you'll see yes, no, go slower, go faster. And then you can do thumbs up, thumbs down, let's have coffee. You can do all these things. So if I ask a question like, are you happy today? I can hit yes. And then, oh, I got a no. I got a thumbs down. Oopsie. Thumbs down. Okay. You can also hit clear all. So I can see at the top, yes, no's. It's pretty fun. It's fun to play with. At the bottom, you can also do reactions. So does everyone see reactions on your bottom bar? You can do clapping. So this is clapping. So, oh my gosh, great job, clap. Thumbs up, perfect. And they'll go away by themselves. You can do that anytime during the presentation. So let's say you were having a board meeting and everybody's muted and everyone says, okay, we're gonna vote on this. Please make your vote known. You can do thumbs up. You can do thumbs. Does everyone understand that?
Mhm.
Everyone put your thumbs up. If you understand. Or if you're sleeping, don't do anything.
But Jennifer, I don't see a thumbs down.
There's no
Right.
thumbs down.
There is.
No, I wish there was.
Oh, okay, so there's only a thumbs up.
Yeah, there's a thumbs up and a clap. I
Okay.
thought there was a thumbs down. I guess they don't like negativity. Okay, another thing is, I can pause as a presenter. I can pause or stop this recording anytime I want. I can make this closed caption. So if someone needs to read,
Oh,
they can do closed captioning so that you can get the views for ears. So if you have problems hearing, closed captioning is good. I haven't used it because I heard it doesn't work so well. But what you
Along
can do-
those lines, if you, excuse me, if you have trouble hearing, earbuds make a big difference because you can't hear it through the computer as well.
yes, earbuds do work well as long as your computer also can connect to your earbuds, or you have to use your phone, which is good. When I use my iPad, I use my earbuds because it's easier. You're right. Thank you, Michelle. So if I do closed captioning, what I can do, I can assign one of my participants to type as I'm talking, or I can say I'll type, or I can have a third-party service do it for me. So if you know you have if you have a lot of deaf people or hard of hearing people, you can actually do this. I've never done it. We also have the option of breakout rooms. Breakout rooms are fun. So let's say we were trying to come up with some ideas for different objectives. I don't know. So let's say I had a committee for fundraising. I had a committee for volunteers. I'm just making stuff up as we go here. Whatever. So I have 4 different groups, 4 different tasks. I can do them. I can send them to breakout rooms. You can preset this. So let's say we have 100 people and I want 10 per room. I can do 10 rooms with 10 people and assign people to those rooms ahead of time. Or I can do it in a meeting like this. I can go ahead and click breakout rooms, and then I can say how many rooms I want. I can automatically send people, or I can manually send people to those rooms. And then I time you. I say, okay, you have 2 minutes. At 2 minutes, you all come back here automatically. You don't have to do a thing. You just talk amongst yourselves and then you come back. It's fun. Excuse me, I just need a drink. All right. There's so much to know on Zoom, it's crazy. And then I can stream to different avenues. I can stream to my YouTube channel, I can stream to Facebook, or I can stream to a different service that can multi-stream. I don't do multi-streams because it costs money. I don't do that. So those are my bars at the bottom. The things you guys need to remember is if you get lost, like let's say your screen takes everything up and you don't know where you're going, just go to the top right and take yourself off of full screen. That is the key. It's very important. Did I miss anything with the general stuff? No? Okay. All right. I think I've covered most of the topics. Was there anything that I forgot to go over? I know I said I was going to go back to some people like Kathleen and things. Does anyone want to try to share their screen? We got to do it one at a time though. Is anyone interested in trying?
Jennifer, I have 2 questions.
Sure.
One is, you told us the difference between webinar and meeting, but can you do webinar on Zoom?
Yes, you pay for it.
Oh, okay, it's a paid thing, okay.
Right,
And-
so in Zoom, you've got your free account, then you
Right.
have your advanced account, which means you can have more than 10 people. So in your free account, you can have meetings, but you can only have meetings for up to 40 minutes, all right?
Right.
When you go to advanced, you can have up to 100 people, and it's unlimited minutes. I can talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
All right, and then when, oh, someone's coming in. Then when you have a webinar format, a webinar you pay for. It's extra. So we pay for the advance, then we pay another $140 a month, I think, for webinar. I don't know, whatever it is.
Okay, so I won't be doing that, so it's okay. And then how about on Canva? I did sign up, but it said it was only free for 30 days, and then I would have to pay, they made me put my credit card in even to get the free 30 days.
Well, what I would suggest you do is do it now, do your Zoom backgrounds, and then cancel your subscription within the 30-day program.
Okay,
I got into Canva before they did that, so I'm grandfathered in.
okay, okay,
So what you want to do is when you go to Canva and they ask for your credit card, that's fine. But at 28 to 29 days, make sure you cancel your subscription unless you're enjoying it.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, any idea what when you told me I could leave the meeting and then you told me if I,
You muted yourself, Lauren.
sorry, sick joke. Sorry, bad joke. So when I left that video, I never could come back, even though you promised me I could.
Why can't you come back?
I keep clicking on the video like 2,500 times. Oh, well, now you just asked, the host has asked you to start the video, but you never asked before. So I kept pressing on
I'm
it.
asking you to see if that helps you.
Let's see. Nope, it didn't. And so it keeps saying, just out of curiosity, there's that triangle with the exclamation point, and it says cannot start a video. Any idea why that might happen? Just
Do you have
for
anything
future
else
reference?
open?
No, that's what I'm saying. Nothing is open.
The only thing you can do when Zoom decides to, excuse me, crap out on you is to log
Yes.
out, log back in.
What a bummer. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I
you
am
had
not the
just-
IT person at Zoom.
no, but just for everybody here that heard you say you promised me. So I just wanted to put that out there. But okay, got it. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, I did promise you to get back in because normally you can. I don't know why you
Just-
can't.
Right. Okay. No big deal.
Okay, another thing is, when you are on stop video, I'm gonna stop my video. You will see whatever I set as my photograph. Does everyone see my butterfly?
Well, that's
Yeah.
good to know.
You can set a background, excuse me, and change your picture. So what I want everyone to do is go to your own picture, your box. And on the right of your box, if you put your mouse in your box, you can see mute and then 3 dots next to it. Is everyone with me?
Mm-hmm.
If you click the 3 dots, you can mute your audio, stop the video. You can rename yourself. So for instance, let's say you're using someone else's Zoom account, just change the name. So you just say rename. Right now mine says Jennifer Prell, and I'm gonna put Paxum, or I'm gonna put Elderwerks and Paxum. Or you can put your name and then comma and your email. See how I just changed my name? So if you represent a company, you can put your name and then your company next to it so people remember you. It's good marketing. Or you can put Elaine, best grandma ever. My sister changes her. She's part of our team here, Alicia, and she's in Florida. So she always uses Floridian terms like turtle today or sunny tomorrow. She changes it all the time. So you can change it to anything you want. What I suggest you do is put your name, because everybody wants to know who you are, and your company or your email next to it. If you don't have a company, don't do it. If you don't want people to know your last name, do what Elaine did. Elaine put Elaine in. Perfect. If you're concerned of people seeing your name, because people will see your names. If you don't want your name up there, you will not be called by name. You'll be called by whatever you put up there. And I could also make up names for you. I can rename anyone as the host to whatever I want. So like Jane Gregory could be Gregory Peck. Anything I want. It's so much fun. Except for you shouldn't do that unless you're with friends, because they'll get mad at you. Okay, so in the 3 dots, you can also pin the video, which I've never done. I'm gonna click it. Let's see what happens. Oh, look, there we go. Now I've pinned the video. I don't know why I did that. Now I'm gonna unpin video. Oh, good, I'm back. Changing the views. See how this doesn't hurt anything? It just changes things. And now, if you click edit profile picture, whatever picture you have for your profile will be in there. So you can change your picture to your face. You can change it to a logo. You can change it to anything you want. Does everyone see that? You don't see that. So when you click the three dots next to mute on your screen, do you see edit profile picture?
No.
What do you see?
Well, I have add profile picture.
Okay, so you don't have a profile picture.
That's correct.
So then you can add a profile picture there. You can add your business logo or your head or whatever you want, a smiley face, whatever you want, you can put there.
Where do you see that?
So everybody, if you're in your, you take your mouse and you swirl it in your picture. And in the top right, you'll see mute, and next to it are three dots. You click the three dots and you can say add profile picture or edit profile picture. When I click it, you don't have it, Michelle? What do you have? Michelle, you're on mute. Unmute yourself.
What I have is mute my audio, stop video, rename, pin video, and hide self view.
Okay, so you're got to go into your settings to allow your profile picture. Are you on a free account?
No, I'm on the paid account.
You should have that. We're going to have to go to settings. So
That's
anything
okay.
we can't do here today, if you guys want help, just call me and I'll walk you through the settings on Zoom direct. Here. So if we do it here, the problem is you don't have all the settings set up in the background. So we have to go through every setting, and I can't do that here. I hear a phone. It's very weird. All right. So if you want help with that, Michelle, we can do that offline. We'll just do it right through the computer.
And I have another question I'll ask you offline. I'll call you later.
Okay.
Should I call you or email you or what?
Yes. Whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
I'm in office today. Today's a good day to get me because I'm not always here.
Okay.
And
All
I'm
right.
pretty free today. Well, I'm writing presentations, but
Okay. And I got to go to another Zoom. So thank you very much.
no problem. Have a great day. All right.
Thank
Does
you.
anyone else have any questions before we go?
I do. I would like to know how to do the meeting. I just start the meeting. You asked before, but my speaker was not speaking.
Oh, okay. You mean
So-
like share a screen or?
No, you asked if we knew how to start a meeting.
Okay. To
It's-
start a meeting, what you do, first you schedule the meeting. Has anyone here scheduled a meeting?
Yes.
Yes and no. Okay. So the way to schedule a meeting is you go to zoom.us and you log into your account. The next thing you do at the top right, you'll see join a meeting, start a meeting, and on the bottom left, you'll also see create a meeting. You click it and then you just do the schedule. I wish I could do that here. I wish it would let me. Let me see if I can get into zoom.us here.
Okay.
If I can, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna sign in. Ah, I can. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on. Can everyone see this?
Yeah.
I can.
Oh, fabulous. How exciting. Okay, we're gonna run over on time. So if you can't stay, that's fine. We are live streaming this and recording it so you can see it later. So, profile. This is my profile. This is the picture that we were changing through our picture on Zoom. Does everyone remember when we were doing that? Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I have dry throat. Now this is where it's going to tell you the details about your Zoom account. I'm the owner of this Zoom account. All right. My sign-in email, my user type. Now I can do webinars for up to 500 people.
Mhm.
Yours will say probably either free account or advanced or whatever. It'll tell you how many maximum people you can have in a meeting and how many maximum people you can have in a webinar.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
We're doing everything in English because I only know English.
Mhm.
The time zone is going to be set up as Central Time. Date format, you change all this yourself, okay? And then it's just calendar, blah, blah, blah. The rest is just boring. Okay, now, meetings. You click meetings, you can look at your current meetings. You can look at past meetings. A personal room is important to know. So when you set up your profile, you're going to have, where is it? It's not here. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm going to make it easy. Right. Well, I can't find it. So we'll go back. All right. So a personal room is your meeting ID. So whatever your meeting ID is, and you don't share that. So when you're setting up your Zoom account and you get a meeting ID, don't share with anyone outside of your organization. So
Okay.
for instance, let's say my meeting ID was 555-555-5555. I only give that to my employees so they can meet in my personal meeting room. Then all they have to do is I say, okay, I want to meet with you guys. Let's go to the meeting room. They type in 555-555-5555. If there's a password set up, it'll be a standard password forever for that personal meeting room. You do not share your personal meeting ID with anybody else outside of the organization.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right now we're doing Zoom 101. I can actually end us now. Let's not do that. You can make a meeting template. So if you have a standard meeting and you want all the information and the setup to be the same all the time, you just use your meeting template. Now to schedule a meeting, you click schedule a meeting right here. Everyone see that? And then you make,
Yes.
you say Zoom fun, whatever you want to call it, Zoom fun with friends. And then you can put a description, drinking, eating, and playing games. That's what we're gonna call it. I wish we were doing that. That would be fun. We'll get the grades later. But, oh look, we have some templates, but I don't want a template, so we're gonna ignore it. When are we gonna have this fun meeting? I'm gonna have it on today at 12 p.m. How long is it? Oh, I don't have time for an hour, so I'm just gonna make it 30 minutes. See how you change that?
Mm-hmm.
This is very simple. Your time zone is always the same unless you change it for this one meeting. So if you work internationally, you can change it. Don't change it. This could be a recurring meeting, which happens weekly, monthly, whatever you want. And registration can be required or not. Now, if you want RSVPs, you want to check this. So you know how many people are coming. All right. Now, your meeting ID, this is the important part. You generate automatically, or now this is live, ruh-roh. I'm gonna have to change my personal meeting ID, is right here. Okay, now people can find out all my secrets because you now have my personal ID, which is now going to change. All right, security. We can always have a passcode or we can always have a waiting room. You have to have one checked. It's up to you. It's easier for people to go to a waiting room directly through a link. So all they do is they get a link. Hold on. They get a link to this meeting. You click the link, you're in the meeting. Or actually, you're in the waiting room until I let you in. It's the easiest way in the world. Or you can do the passcode if you want people to type in more information. Now the video, I can have the host have video on or off. So I always want my video on because everyone should see me unless I look really cool. Maybe not today. Participants' videos are always on when you enter unless you choose not to in your personal settings. I always allow computer and telephone audio. Always allow this because not everybody has a computer with audio. All right. I can have people allowed to join the meeting before me. Now, if they're in a waiting room, they can't join before me, right? That's only if they have a passcode. I can mute you upon entry. Everybody's always muted upon entry. That way, if they're still talking to someone or if there's dogs, they don't disrupt the meeting if they're late. And then we just leave blank because I don't need them. And then I automatically record meetings on my computer for every meeting I do. It's automatically recorded. And then I hit save to create the meeting. That is it. Simple, isn't it? Any questions?
Jennifer, we don't need to, though, record a meeting, do we? If we're just doing it like with friends?
No, then you uncheck it.
Okay.
That's all. Yep.
you.
If it is a board meeting, if it's a continuing ed that's regulated by the state, you want to record it.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to go up and get out of here. I'm going to show you webinars. We do tons of webinars. See, look at this. It's like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead and schedule a webinar. See this blue button? Same thing. Looks exactly the same. The difference is I can enable a practice session, which means that we do not go live until I click go live. That way my presenter can practice with me before any of you see him or her. That way we don't look bad when we're trying to we're having technical issues, because Zoom never has technical issues. All right, that's the same. It's basically the same. Now, again, it's settings.
Jennifer?
Settings are important.
Jennifer, I don't know if this is a weird question to ask,
Go ahead.
but if you record, so like, let's say, okay, I hit record, where is it saving to? Is that a weird question?
You have two choices.
Okay.
You can save it to your computer, or you can save it to the cloud on Zoom. Zoom allows a certain amount going to the cloud, but eventually it'll say your cloud is full and you have to either delete those presentations or recordings, or you have to download them. I record them on my local computer under Zoom. I made an account called Zoom, and when you do that, when you say record, it'll ask you where to record when you hit record. Okay?
Thank you.
Yep. Now, I'm going to go through settings really quickly because a lot of this we did. And a lot of you couldn't see a lot of things. It could be because of your settings here. And I know I'm so sorry I'm over time, but it's important. This blue thing means it's live. If I click this, it means it's off. Okay, so blue means it's on. So my waiting room is on. I will always have a waiting room. My meeting passcode is off. I don't think everybody needs to put a passcode in. I think it's kind of mean to make people put passcodes in. Personal meeting ID passcode. Anyone using my personal meeting has to have the password, which none of you have, so you can't get in my personal meeting room. All right. A webinar passcode. A passcode's generated when you're scheduling a webinar, and you are required to use the passcode to join the webinar. That is because our webinars are typically for professionals and I have to record them. So I make them use their passcode to get in, and then I know it's them. All right. Embed the passcode in the invite link for one-click join. That makes it easier for people so that you guys just click the web link and you're in versus having to type in the passcode. That's important. So if you're going to hold meetings or webinars, make sure this is on. That way people don't have to type. It's automatically embedded for them, for that person. They cannot share their link with any other person though, because it's for that person. So let's say Kathleen shared her link with Vicky. Well, now Vicky and Kathleen are going to show as Kathleen because they're using the same link. They won't record properly. So when Vicky comes on, I'll be like, Vicky, you're not Kathleen. You need to, we have to record you, especially if you're getting continuing eds. So, all right, we're going to skip down to schedule a meeting. We always want the host video on. We want the participants' videos on. This is all personal choice. This is my settings. This does not mean this is how you have to set it up. Okay. Scroll down. I'm always allowing the chat to be on so people can chat. If you're a miser and you don't want anyone talking, you can turn that off. Or maybe a professor and you don't want the kids to talk and cheat, you can turn it off. But I don't think you should. You can do private chats. So meeting participants are allowed to chat with each other. Not in a webinar though. This is in a meeting. See this? All right. I have auto saving on chats. So I can save all the chat box right to my desktop. So if I want to keep track of things, I can automatically save it. I get notification when someone joins or leaves. So every time someone comes in, I hear a bing. And every time you leave, I hear a bing. So I know when people are coming and going. All right, moving on. I don't need feedback to Zoom. I don't care about feedback to Zoom. Oh, well, I guess I do. I never have feedback for Zoom other than it doesn't always work for my participants and they don't respond. So when you email Zoom, it takes them 2 to 3 weeks to get back to you. So if you have any questions, call me. I'll get back to you within 24 hours, promise. Let's see. What else is important? I'm just going to go through this real quick. I think that's pretty much it for you guys. Virtual backgrounds. I always allow you guys to have virtual backgrounds. I think it's fun. And I think that's pretty much it for my settings. Yeah. And here's how you live stream. I can live stream to any one of these places.
Kathleen, this is Erica.
If I wanted
to schedule an appointment with Dr. Colvin, please give me me a call back, 847.
Don't listen to that person giving a phone number. I don't know who it is. Ruh-roh. Okay. If you live stream, you can live stream to Facebook, you can live stream to YouTube, or if you have a custom live streaming service that does multiple locations, so you can live stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, you would turn this on. I don't have that. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. I think that's it. Is there anything I missed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You said 1:30, right?
Okay, see you 1:30. I don't know who's talking.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Jennifer, can you show how to make someone else the host?
Sure. Okay, so in the participants, so if I was looking at participants, I see everybody's name here. Whatever you name yourself, that's what I see on the right under my participants list. Excuse me. I can mute people there, or I can click the more button right next to mute. I don't know what you guys see on your end. When I hit more, I can stop people's videos. I can spotlight videos, but I can make people co-hosts and hosts. That means they can control things. So who asked me that? Marianne?
Yes.
All right, Marianne, I'm going to make you co-host. Yes, and then it'll say, do you want to make Marianne the co-host? I say, yeah, Marianne, you're now the co-host. So you can see everything I'm doing. Do you see the participants list?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is mute Monica Peterson. Mute her. Find her on your list.
Wait, hold on. I only see, it says 12 participants, but I only see a few. Let me see.
You're a co-host. You should be able to see all the participants in the participants list.
Let me see.
Or you can go to Monica's name right next to wherever she is on your screen and click her mute button. Can you do that?
I'm still only, maybe because I'm in the chat, I only have, well, I have 3 chats. So maybe I have to go to participants. Wait, hold on.
Correct. You have to open the participants.
Okay, participant, and I'm still only seeing though 3 people.
Oh, you know why you only see 3 people? Because the ones that don't have a photo, that their videos are not on, you can't see them because you didn't have your settings set up that way.
Okay.
So click one of the names you see. Who do you see? You see Kathleen? Go ahead and mute Kathleen.
Yeah, Kathleen, I
Go
see.
ahead, mute her.
I see Kathleen.
Mute her.
Oh, mute her, okay. Okay.
Okay, so now she's muted. That's it. You can take control of the computer and my presentation or anything you want as a co-host. You have all co-hosting control now.
Okay. And then
ask her to unmute because that
when
was
you
me.
want to take it back, do you do it or do I do it?
Oh no, I would do it. I would just say withdraw co-host permission. And now you're no longer a co-host.
Okay. All right. I see. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Also, what I can do is let's say I have to leave early.
Right. That's what I haven't.
Anyone the host. That means they're the person in charge. Now there's host and there's co-host. Host is like the person, the top person.
Yeah.
The co-host is under that person, which means they have controls, but they don't have as many controls as the host.
Okay.
There always has to be a host.
Yeah. That's what I encounter at meetings, that people have to leave and they want to make me.
Right. They just have to go to the more button and say make host. That's it.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's say someone is being belligerent. Let's say you're having a meeting or a webinar and someone's hijacked it and they won't stop talking, because that never happens because they're the smartest person in the room. Mm-hmm. They make you crazy. You give them a warning. You say, sir, ma'am, right? You just go to the security button and you remove them and they're bye-bye. See ya. They're not in anymore. It's really nice when people are jerks. You can do that. However, I haven't had to do it yet. Everyone's been really nice and no one's really hijacked any presentations. So.
And do you see the security button only if you're the host?
Correct.
Okay.
Or the co-host. You
Okay.
can see it too.
Okay.
None of the attendees can see it because they're the ones getting zapped. All right. Anything else? We got the meeting, thumbs down, let's see, blah, blah, blah. All right. And did I give you enough information to make you crazy? Yes, yes, good. Excellent. Look at thumbs up, claps. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. You guys are good. What I would suggest you do is, like, Tamara's using a background for her photo. She needs to change it to our butterfly. So Tamara, you got to work on that. The people that don't have backgrounds, that want backgrounds, just play. It's easy. Now, the thing is, with backgrounds, you have to have a good video card. So if you have an ancient computer or a laptop, laptops aren't always good. They're really not that great for backgrounds. So if you want a background, you have to make sure you have an updated computer system. Okay. And if your computer, my computer doesn't even have a camera, because I did not get any computer monitors with cameras due to I had children, and for security reasons, I didn't want anyone seeing any of my kids. But now I'm buying cameras. Yay, me. More investment. It's so much fun. Yeah. If you don't have a good camera on your computer, I would suggest getting any camera by Logitech. Only Logitech. I have bought cameras from other organizations and they're bunk. They're blurry and they have no sound. So I actually had to buy this for my last one. See, this is a microphone, because the microphone on the camera that I got from China was a piece of junk. So not only did I have to buy a camera, I had to buy the microphone. But this was during the outbreak of COVID and you couldn't get any cameras. So I got what I got. Now I have good cameras again. Thank God, because they were terrible. Yeah, I'm going to just keep talking unless you have other questions. No.
No, thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
I will send out that little cheat sheet to you guys as well after this presentation. Emily will send it to you. If you have questions, call or email me. You have my information. So, okay.
Thank you.
Well, have a fabulous day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. This is Martha. Thank you very much for the presentation.